Hello everyone, welcome to yet another podcast on our channel Cricket Blitz. And this time we are back with yet another interesting topic. This time being on the nitty gritties and different aspects of the Indian cricket team. Well, it's been a mixed sort of few weeks, I must say, for Indian cricket, with a heartbreak at the final in Asia Cup in the women's cricket team, with Sri Lanka winning their first Asia Cup, and also the men's series going on, India Sri Lanka, where India has clinched the series. They are ahead 2-0. And to discuss all these, I am joined by two of my guests, Saptarshi Das and Abhishek Bhattacharya. So, welcome, gentlemen. And guys, before we get started, it's our urge to our viewers. We request you to please like, share, and subscribe our content, and don't forget to press the bell icon to receive further updates on our upcoming videos. All right, let's get started. Okay, so my first question, and this would be to both Abhishek and Saptarshi, and I would like to go to Abhishek first. So, well, as I mentioned, that India are currently ahead 2-0 in the series against Sri Lanka. Well, they've been nothing short of wonderful, I must say. I mean, so your views on the series so far, Abhishek?
As expected, India played absolutely well, and it was expected. It was on the cards. I think Sri Lanka only chance they had against India was in the T20 series only, because in the ODI series the complete team is getting back, and I don't think they have any chance. So the format which I believe that Sri Lanka had the chance was the T20 series, and we can see that they had the moments in the game. If you see the first one day T20 match, like they were 144 for one, and in a perfectly well in chasing 203, and the ground was almost wet, and dew has come, and they lost 9 wickets in the next 30 odd runs, which is unbelievable choking, and this is choking at the highest level. The second match also, we see that started well, but still the
Hmm.
middle order collapsed like terribly. And when the rain came, and the target was reduced to 8 over 78, like it was a cakewalk for Indian team, like with such a tremendous batting, and the ball. I don't think it could have been an issue for the Indian team, and I can say that while sleeping also Surya Kumar Yadav alone can score such kind of runs in 8 overs. So
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
like a joke for Indian team to score eight in 8 overs 78 runs, and just scored well in 6 overs only. So I think that Indian team, as usual, they are
Yes,
carrying the champions tag with themselves and proving the capabilities.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
absolutely. Yeah.
India were absolutely phenomenal. And even, I mean, one player I would like to mention is Rian Parag. I mean, the way he bowled in that first match, I mean, at that point of time when it looked like Sri Lanka would walk home comfortably, and the way he picked up those crucial wickets, I mean, that was absolutely commendable. And I mean, if Rian Parag can continue this form, especially his bowling form. I mean, his batting form, we are well aware. He's got a pretty good batting talent. He's got a solid technique, uh, and he has also got the ability to hit big ones at the right juncture of time. So, if he can work a bit more on his bowling, who knows? We can maybe get a decent all rounder in the upcoming years who can play maybe the way someone like a Yuvraj or a Sehwag used to play in the bygone days. Maybe bowl a couple of overs when required and then bat in the middle order. So, I mean, Rian Padak was very good. Arshdeep Singh was pretty decent yet again. And I mean, Sky, he's been fantastic for India ever since he made his T20I debut. So,
Ravi
in all, I mean,
Bishnoi,
it was a totally complete performance, and with the last match being tomorrow, I don't see any sort of comeback from Sri Lanka, to be very honest. If they win the match, it would be sort of a miracle the way the Indian team has performed in the recent times.
Saptashi, just to add to your point, I mean, I think well said so far. But where do you think Sri Lanka has been lagging behind? I mean, if you see, it has been complete dominance so far from India. So, what are the pain points for Sri Lanka currently?
See, I think Sri Lanka has got a couple of decent players. They've got Hasaranga, who is a pretty good leg
Yeah,
spinner,
yeah.
and pretty much sought after in the leagues. Even Mahish
Mm, mm,
Dikshana and Matisha Patirana, these two guys play tremendously well when they play for the Chennai
yeah,
Super
yeah,
Kings. Then they have got a couple of other talented guys in Pathum Nisanka, Kusal Mendis. Kusal Pereira has been that sort of a player. He's played for so long, but when he on his day, it looks like he's got so much of talent, but he's simply not made enough use of his talent, and he's blown hot and cold. But I think the players really need to gel together. They have got enough talent in that squad, but it just needs to translate into those performances. I don't think it's issue of talent, but maybe it's an issue of team coordination and gelling together to put up a solid performance on the field.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, I think we have had a pretty good overview, sort of, I would say, on the
Yes.
series so far. And next, and now I would like to go to Abhishek on our next question. So, Abhishek, couple of points here and there. I mean, so if you see that there has been a pretty, I mean, I can say there has been some discussion regarding the selection in the Indian cricket team. I mean, if you look at guys like Ruturaj, Gaikwad, Abhishek Sharma, they have had pretty good series against Zimbabwe, and still we see guys such as Shubman Gill being favored in the team. So, what are your thoughts on this?
See, I have very strong reservations on this. No doubt, Shubman Gill is a great talent. He's a great player, but
Yeah.
I see that a bit of favoritism has been given to Shubman Gill. I mean, Ruturaj Gaikwad played only 3 matches if you consider only the Zimbabwe tour, and uh, and he scored at a healthier strike rate than Shubman Gill. I think it was 158, whereas Shubman Gill was 120 in mid 120s while opening
Mm,
power plays, and he scored in the middle overs and
yeah. Yeah.
a healthier average also. Although average doesn't matter much in T20s, but still, then I don't see any sense like in dropping Ruturaj Gaikwad. And I would say one more thing that like Abhishek Sharma, he scored his second 100 against Zimbabwe in 47 ball 100, and he was
Yeah.
in the third place. You can see the injustice by Shubman Gill as a captain. I don't like he dropped him from the opening, and when Jaswal came, he and Jaswal opened. Did Shubman Gill, being a senior player, couldn't have rested and given Jaswal and Abhishek Sharma, two terrific batters,
Yes,
go
absolutely.
at the Zimbabwe bowlers? I just see some things like to score runs, and this was not like a captain should do. A captain should
Yeah. Yeah.
pave way for others in the team.
Yes.
And one more thing I would like is that the PR also Gujarat Titans was hyping, like they posted something I saw that congrats to Shuman Gill for being the highest run scorer for what? For scoring 170 runs in 135 balls at 125 strike rate. This is the same thing Pakistan media used to do that with the Baba Azam in T20 that he has scored this runs, this amount of fastest runs, this runs, but
Mm,
nobody cared about the strike rate. And in the end, you can see downfall of Indian cricket. So are they planning for the downfall of Indian cricket now? This media, I don't know. So
yeah. I mean,
sometimes,
yeah.
yeah, to see
Yeah,
Shuman Gill,
I think media has a big role to play. I mean, the example you pointed out, Pakistan media. I mean, if you, I mean, take, I mean, if you start making or taking a player to the pedestal of God, if you start, I mean, worshipping him, it definitely has a detrimental effect on the players, and we have seen that time and time again. Also,
just to
the
bring
point
one
you
point,
mentioned,
sorry, just to
about,
bring one
yeah,
point.
please,
Sorry for the interruption. Just to bring one point. I remember last year he told that I want to play at number three. I didn't remember in the even in the history of the India for the past 10-15 years anybody saying that I want to play at this position, and he was getting that chance despite in the test matches. I mean, despite failures in West Indies and South Africa. So I don't know what kind of like favoritism is given to him. No doubt he's a great player. He has very exceptional talent and he is to watch. But this such kind of like favoritism could ruin Indian cricket in the future. And the selectors and the head coach Gautam Gambhir must seriously look into it.
yeah, absolutely agreed on that. Also, I mean, the point you mentioned about, I mean, if I talk about based on what I have seen, and I think you guys will back me on this, that Shuman Gill, no doubt, is a great talent, but somehow when it comes to utilizing the power play to the maximum extent, I think we all saw what Abhishek Sharma did this time in IPL. I mean, I think he's better skilled in that. I mean, as when it comes to comparing him with Shuman Gill, right?
Yes, I mean Shubman Gill has got good technique. He can drive the ball nicely, but then again, I mean these days in the power play, mostly you need that power to clear the 38 circle and play more aerial shots because you have got only two fielders outside the 38 circle, and you need to maximize on that opportunity as much as possible. To be very honest.
Right, right, absolutely. And I mean, what better example than Travis Head and I mean Abhishek Sharma this time in SRH? I mean, what can I say
See,
about that?
in
Yes.
T20 cricket, technique doesn't come into picture. That Pakistan media used to hide like this only. See, Baba Azam is a very good player. He's so elegant. His technique is outstanding. Composure is outstanding. We don't need this bloody things in T20 cricket. We just want every ball to smack out the ground. And this is how the modern T20
Especially in
cricket
the
should
power
be played.
plays. Yeah, absolutely.
Get rid of
Well,
these terms, technique and yeah.
I think yes, we can have a discussion on Pakistan and what the media used to do maybe later on. Moving on to the next question, and I would like to go to Saptarshi this time. And Saptarshi, this is about a player. I mean, Sanju Samson, we all know. I mean, he has been recently getting his fair share of chances. And I mean, Sanju Samson, especially when it comes to league cricket, I mean, in IPLs, we see him, I mean, perform, I mean, punching above his weight, if I can use that term. I mean, he plays like anything. And then again, when this same guy comes back to international cricket, I mean, it's like we are seeing Sanju Samson 2.0, and not in a positive sense, but in a negative sense. I mean, Sanju Samson just somehow is not able to cross the finish line, not able to perform to his full potential. Your views on that, Saptarshi?
See, Sanju Samson, I mean, like I said, Kusal Pereda, I mean, Sanju Samson is much like that. I mean, when he plays in the IPL, it looks like he's got immense talent. I know he's got a couple of weaknesses, maybe like against leg spin. I mean, Hasaranga has got him out quite a fair number of times. But then again, I mean, mostly on his day, it looks like he can smack any bowler, even someone of the caliber of Rashid Khan. He can smack him for consecutive sixes, and he can hit to any part of the park, and it's simply effortless hitting. I mean, even in the last 2 3 years, he's been one of the leading run scorers in the Rajasthan Royals camp, and also in the
Yeah,
IPL. He also plays at a pretty good strike rate, 140 plus strike rate, even 150 plus in a couple of seasons. So. I mean, it looks like a complete T20 batter, to be honest. But when it comes to the playing in the international arena, he's always failed to prove his mettle, and I just don't know the reason. I mean, maybe it can be pressure of. Pressure of competition, because these days there's too much of competition in the Indian squad. I mean, so many of the young players are coming from the domestic level and the IPL, and I mean, all the players who are struggling for a place are really under a very tough competition, because they know that a couple of bad
absolutely.
performances and their place might go to someone else, because there are so many of contenders for that place. That can be a reason. Apart from that, maybe I don't know. Also, he's not got a fair amount of chances consecutively. I can say that may be a reason. Maybe giving him a long rope for 20 25 matches and then checking out may be a good option. But then again, I mean, with the amount of talent that India possesses these days, it's tough to give one player so many chances despite failures. I mean, he's got some 20 odd average with a 132 around strike rate in T20 in T20 cricket. Even in that second match against Sri Lanka, when he was given a chance yesterday, he got out for a duck against Manish Tikshana. He just failed to pick the ball, and he got bowled. He got out cheaply in the warm-up game against Bangladesh also in the T20 World Cup. So I mean, with Samson nearing 30, it's gonna be really tough for him if he doesn't rectify his mistakes very soon, because I don't really see him going far with this kind of performance, with the kind of competition that India has. I mean, it might be the end of the road for a talented youngster like him, but that's how the game goes. He needs to mend his mistakes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would like to add one
Absolutely.
point that I think he will get his chance in the World Cup team because now the Mallu collection, which India has got recently, with four times India has won the World Cup. Every time a player from Kerala was there, so I think he
Yes,
will get a
Sohil
chance.
Walson, two times Srishant and Samson.
But he will get a place in the team or not is a question. And I was just one more point is that like his fans are rolling his name in the 2022 Football World Cup. Is like I have seen tremendous hype for him, but somehow he's not able to play. In tennis matches I could see his chants. In football stadiums I could see his chant, but somehow he is not able to live to this potential. And if at the age of as Saptashi Mount at the age of 30 if he couldn't do it, I don't know when he will prove.
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think just to, I mean, conclude, I would say that I'm afraid that Sanju Samson might be following the footsteps of one of his seniors, Dinesh Karthik, a great talent, but somehow, I mean, couldn't never actually, I mean, prove his mettle in the international arena.
Yes.
All
Maybe
right,
yeah.
all
Yes.
right.
I mean, he always had to
Great,
survive under the
guys.
shadow of
Yeah,
MSD.
as they say, I mean, when the competition is, I mean, too much, even the best fail to survive, right? All right, wonderful guys. It was really great discussing with you. I think that's it, guys. Please, as we mentioned, keep supporting us, keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thanks a lot. We will be back with yet another video.
Bye
Cheers.
bye.
Cheers, guys. Thank you, everybody.